Sports betting brother, and he bring it up. Thanks for stopping by. My name is Boyd, sports betting market analyst with oddsjam.com. We teach you how to bet like a pro. Today's topic is percentages, ticket counts, all that kind of a thing. You see these percent of tickets, percent of dollars on a particular wagers. I want to talk to you about if that gives you an edge, if you find any value in that. We have a question that was from one of our subscribers here at the channel, and I want to address that. So let's get into it. All right, guys, before we get started, let's go through some business first. If you don't have the OddsJam tools and you want to get signed up and using them, make sure you use promo code BOYD20, BOYD20. That's going to save you 20% off your first 2 months when you get signed up at OddsJam. Whether you're using the basic packages or the platinum packages, kind of depends on where you're at in your journey. And again, if you have questions, let me know. I'm happy to walk you through and give you sort of a tutorial independently or individually. Set up a conference call. I'll walk you through that process and really get you up and running in no time. So get signed up, get the tools. You have to have the tools to get the information and make the decisions and make the choices wherever you're at, whatever type of markets you're into. So appreciate you taking a look at that. Let's get into today's topic. All right, so today's video is to help you understand the information you see occasionally with different websites putting out information relative to the line change and the percentage of tickets, the amount of tickets that are on a particular game and a particular event, and also the alleged money, the percentages of money or dollars that are on a particular wager. So in many cases, people will correlate, where the money's at, where the tickets are at, as far as the bet amounts and bet sizes relative to percentages, and try to base some opinions on that data and that information. And I'm going to tell you why I don't think it's really a great idea to use that at all, because it can be really confusing. Let's take a look. All right, here's what I'm talking about. This is from the VSiN site. This is the DraftKings Sportsbook NBA betting splits. And so it says here the spread at 8.5, the handle is 85%. So it's also showing you the bets, 51%. They go into the total, they go into the money line. So these are the, I guess, alleged amounts, if you can believe this. So you don't really have any perspective of if 85% is that of $1,000 or $25,000. Is it 42% of $300 or $300,000? So it's kind of tough to gauge what is this a percent of. And then actually, this is just allegedly, supposedly, just DraftKings. So if it's just DraftKings, you don't know that a sharp sports book like a Pinnacle or a Circa or somebody else might have completely different numbers, completely different information relative to their markets. Of course, this is one individual sports book. So I think using this as information only, just as a snapshot, is maybe the best bet to utilize this as well as other sites that offer this type of information. And really, I think you'd have to have multiple sites, factually proven information with the market data to feel comfortable that you're not getting bad information, right? Bad information in, bad information out. So I think it can be sort of a testament to, how you use and how you put a lot of weight in these numbers and things. So again, if you're asking yourself, well, if the majority of the handle and the majority of the bets are on a particular side and the line hasn't moved, you hear about these ideologies called reverse line movement, which, again, it's the markets. It's the markets driving the price. It's the individual sports books and the traders adjusting their prices based on their individual situation and their scenario. You have certain sports books that move the line parallel with all the other sports books that may be part of that trader. But in some cases, if they're an individual sports book, they're going to adjust based on what they have and what they need to do individually. And so you really need to combine a lot more information to have better cohesive data to base this information on. Now, there's plenty of other websites out there that are going to give you their percentages, their information, their numbers based on whatever information they're getting it from. So again, it's hard to tell if these numbers are remotely accurate. In fact, I would say they're largely not accurate. But I guess it's sort of just a sample size or a snapshot. What I would find maybe is more factual data, actual numbers that you might be able to find some trends and find some swings in the markets and why the markets may be priced a certain way, and use it more of that way. Because again, if the public's largely losing and largely driving these numbers, do you really want to be with the public? Probably not. So again, lots of these types of websites, but I think you really have to weigh it and give it some quantitative analysis before you can really make a lot of big money decisions on your wagers. Another thing I would highly recommend and inform you on is if you can see the lines moving and did you cross over a line and lost the value? So just because the markets and everything are supposedly going that direction, is it now gone too far? Did you miss your window of opportunity? Without the tools like OddsJam, sometimes you just don't know. Sometimes you don't know the direction of things. And so some of these websites that are showing you percentages and information, again, keep that as information, but really make sure you're understanding the value of it and how you can incorporate that or not incorporate that in your wagers. So something to think about as far as these line movements and what's driving them. When was the line driven up to that certain point? Was it injury? Was it weather? Was something happening going on? So there's a lot more information, but all that information is baked into the price of the market makers, right? They have all this information. They know all this information. And so really handicapping the markets is probably better than handicapping the handicappers. All right, guys, there you go. That's my take on the percentages of tickets, percentages of handle, and all those types of things that go into what's already baked into the price and already into the markets. So again, I find it much easier to use the data from the sports books that OddsJam provides to assess the markets that way and not have to go back and do a lot of homework on things that may not even be relevant or apply or have any impact. So there you go. That's my spiel. Again, get signed up for OddsJam. Use the tools. Get the tools. It's the way it's going to get you profitable. Again, Boyd20, BOYD20. And also join the channel. If you like this type of content, make sure you join. And we'll be continuing with more Bet School topics. If you have any of those topics you want me to cover, leave them down below as well. Love to get your feedback. And as always, let's go make some mathematical money.